I had to, I had to get into this. This game is so weird. Yeah,
Oh, Claymore did have a role in this.
I do kind of like this opening animation, although
They make him look too much like Saddam Hussein here.
yeah. So this is a 2001 era, or 2002, but still, it's like whenever KOF 2001 was a thing, and yeah,
So
it was weird as hell. They were making this, and yeah,
we don't have Nazca anymore, so we can't really do anything that's consistent with Nazca's work, so basically asset editing and reuse. Welcome to what I describe as a Metal Slug ROM hack, but as an official game.
this is actually where I learned about the term Frankensteining or Frankenspiting. It was for someone mentioning. I think it was when I was reading that site of that had all the unused assets from in all the Metal Slug games. Just kind of pointing out that yeah, these are a lot of stuff has been borrowed to make this game possible.
It's what happens when you have like this amazing development team, but not no longer.
Oh, they put the Metal Slug attack on D. It took them this long to think of that.
So, introduced two new characters. They suck.
I like Trevor. I'm gonna defend fucking Metal Slug Lee Cha Lane here.
I mean, his design's cool, but actually playing as him sucks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
His melee attack is garbage.
And then here's just like Fia without a hat. I don't really quite understand what they're going for here.
Also, this reminds me, all like this isn't like this army that you're playing as. It's like some weird United Nations thing, not just a particular like nation's army.
Oh yeah.
Because Marco is American, Tarma is Japanese, Theo is Italian, and I think Eri is Scandinavian. And Nadia here, I think, is French, and Trevor's Korean.
Oh yeah. So oh my god, there's so much to get into. So they introduced a new weapon because they felt like they just had to, I guess. And what they came up with is heavy machine gun, but there's two Uzis instead of one machine gun, and that's about it.
You don't need to make new bullets.
You can't like do the kind of arc attack, like where you kind of go from left to up, and it's using like a you kind of
It
arc
is.
upwards. It's
It's
just
stronger, but it's worse.
yeah. But they had to make all new sprites for everything,
No,
including
wait,
like
Eri's actually from Japan. Never mind.
yeah. I mean, give it her name.
I don't know
Um,
why I remember her being Scandinavian.
I noticed that and this
She
is
has a
just a
taser.
yeah, was that. This is just a me thing. I noticed that the muzzle flash for her gun is the same color as her hair, which is weird.
You
I
want to talk about a weird palette sharing? If the regulation's on, like, there's this one enemy that instead of like white blood has black blood.
yeah, yeah. Like no idea there. We'll see them later. So this is a lot of reuse stuff from one, I think, this stage. I think that background is from two, from the China stage.
Yeah, it is.
That's like the main theme here, is you're just gonna see a lot of stuff that you don't even realize was reused until you go back and look at the old games and like, oh, hey. But,
Also, this game has a scoring system.
yeah, it's got this combo thing going on.
And the combo system kind of falls flat on its face during parts where you're basically supposed to take a break from shooting enemies.
Yeah. I noticed too the small icon that they added, which I can't describe why. It makes the game look a lot cheaper. It's like when you have like a mutant character and you don't really want to make like a new sprite for their small icon, so you just use like a part of their standing sprite. It
It
just
just looks so Super Nintendo like this.
yeah.
Eri, the new Legend of Zelda randomizer sprite. If only both you and the Prisoner of War can just get fat at the same time. I just want to see a fat Prisoner of War. Would he, like, just transform into Santa?
He shoots actual, like, he shoots MVC 1 Hadoken supers. Just actual fucking lasers.
Tatsu shoots out a beam.
I don't remember Metalish.
I don't either. This is one of the games I've played the least. I mean, it's technically not a terrible game.
No, it's a fine game. I'm not sure if the level design holds up, but, like, it's still just Metal Slug at the end of the day.
It's like, I guess it's just a half-decent ROM hack, but it's an official game.
So yeah, they got rid of a lot of the, like, musical conventions. Like, this entire soundtrack is, like, almost completely unique. But they also use, like, sampling to make it just MP3 music. Which is good, because I like the soundtrack a lot, but it's also... It's weird how much they reuse from old games, yet the music makes it feel like a new game entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's just, like, the Morden boss from 1, but with the gun turret and the missiles, but it's just on this big, like, Zeppelin thing.
This boss is like, they just got some drag and drop tool, and then they just took various assets and pasted them onto each other.
Like, some of their original stuff doesn't look bad, it's just...
I do like the window effect.
Yeah.
Like, they had to, like, draw them as seen through the window, since this does not have native transparency.
Right, and it just, some of the new stuff looks good, but there just isn't a lot of it. And then, yeah, Ari and Tarma show up just to be, like, assists. Which is a real shame because I like both of them a lot.
It is such a weird choice to, like, not have all 6 be pickable.
Yeah, but I get the feeling that was probably for limitations.
Yeah.
I say even though the Neo Geo can do amazing things, so I'm not even 100% sure on that.
I mean, keep in mind that this console has Samurai Shodown 5 Special, and we've seen that select screen.
Oh, good point.
Also, this really dramatic stage music.
Yeah.
I just like the notion of just some household taser being used by a soldier.
So I definitely don't think we're gonna see it now. They one-upped the whole transformation thing that they introduced in the second game, and then continued in the third. I wouldn't say they one-upped it. They continued it by having scientists that shoot darts at you, and if you get injected by the darts, you turn into a monkey, which is just like the monkey helper from the third game, but like edited to look like your character.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess that's one transformation that they didn't have to work too hard on to create.
yeah, so they didn't they actually not to spoil it, they actually do bring back the mummies and the zombies. So they kept everything else, but and then they're like, well, let's make our own. Oh, we don't have any good ideas.
Also, if I recall, this game was going to have, like, a bat person transformation, but that never made it to the final version.
Oh, God.
There's even concept art of it in the anthology.
I remember that, but I think that's, like, old concept art. That was, like, just a weird drawing from the first game with Marco as, like, a bat person. There was a weird thing going on there. Oh, yeah, health!
I do know that this game has, like, a lot of unused content in it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I like the help text, like they're the fucking hostages in Predator 2 for the Genesis. Or Ghoul Patrol. I don't know, I've got a bunch of dumb references for what that reminds me of, right? So I think there's a lot of stuff from 1 as well. Also, yeah, the new, like, slugs they added are just, like, enemy tanks that you can control now. Which are interesting, but again, it's all reused assets.
It's just a cheap attempt to add new vehicles because there is no way that they're going to be able to match the sprite work of Nazca employees.
Yeah.
Like, I think a good example of like consistency would be the Saturn version of Symphony of the Night, just how relatively jank the Saturn exclusive assets are.
Ah. But they made new characters, which feels like a completely unnecessary thing.
But not necessarily correctly.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, that was something they didn't even... Like, no one really wanted, and they still put the effort into it anyway?
I guess one, to make the game feel new, and two, they just wanted a Korean representative. Also, the shading makes that prisoner of war guy in the truck look like a zombie.
Oh god, yeah. This is weird emphasis of, like, the POW's, like, driving stuff for you.
I may be a bum, but I got my driver's license.
Another thing I'm not sure we're gonna see it, so, another thing that brought back is the Yetis, who freeze you. And, this is totally a me thing, but when every character has a different sprite for when they're frozen, and it's like the snowman, like, wearing something that represents the character. But for the new characters in this game, they just have, like, giant wigs that represent, like, the hairstyles they have, and that's, like... It just...
That's kind of all they have to go off of, because Marco has a headband, Tarma has shades, Eri has the headscarf, and Theo has the hat and glasses.
Yeah, but for these guys, they're just like, well, hair.
They have hair.
It's like we gave the snowman hair. It's like, wait, what?
That's the only identifying thing about them. Also, Metal Slug 1.
Oh, right, yeah, this area.
Also, that taser just makes them bleed and fall apart.
Oh, yeah.
Striker's like, I wish I had that. That would have made my Mortal Kombat 3 fatality a little better.
Gotta save those bombs. Good shot, guy.
Look, I can only go 90 degrees, help me.
Oh yeah, this dude, who also has a whole bunch of unused sprites, I think. You're never gonna see him again, that was it. I don't know why he was there.
The Nazca tradition being carried.
Seriously, if you can find that site, I forget what it's called now, but it's just like, just look for like Metal Slug unused sprites and you'll find it. And it's honestly a fascinating ring, because there's just a ton of unused stuff in all these games. Also, something I didn't think I'd have a problem with, those, like, towers, when you shoot them, they're... Like, the color they invert to, like, to show they're being damaged, just looks weird. It's, like, inverted.
More Metal Slug 1.
Yeah?
I think this is just straight up, like, the Metal Slug 1 level, with different enemy placement. And without tanks falling on you.
Yeah. Like, you can just run these guys over. I don't know why we have to go through the effort of shooting their shields. It is funny to me, like, 5 is just a much better game quality-wise. It's still got its problems, but it just... I feel like they managed to get back to at least some point where they were, like, making original assets and making them look nice, but... They had this weird roadblock.
5 is just a testament to the unlimited power of the Neo Geo.
Yeah.
Like, it has its niche in the series. This is like a filler game.
Yeah, yeah.
This is We're Not Dead, the game.
Oh my god, just kill them!
Trying to rendezvous with a POW, I guess.
I think what you said about a genocide run is actually kind of accurate. So I'm not sure we're actually waiting for anything. I think we're just killing everybody.
Imagine if they did do a Metal Slug game that's like all gritty and has moral choices.
God, yeah, we're running out the timer.
In the interview, they're like, "How would you imagine a Metal Slug movie?" And they're like, "It's gonna be like, it would be like Saving Private Ryan." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
What?
Like, why would that be an inspiration? The horrors of war as seen by Theo. That's why she does acapella gun noises in Maximum Impact 2. She became insane.
I cannot wait to see Metal Slug 3D with you. That's gonna be a treat.
I can't wait to see it in action. So yeah, this boss is just a Contra boss cranked up to 11.
Yeah.
I think it's like the first boss in Contra 1, but they made it a lot more tedious. Also, this is the easiest Alan fight ever.
You're right, yeah. We'll eventually see. I mean, we saw Alan, but, this one guy's going to town in that bazooka, though. Look at him. It's one thing, like, I think even if you don't recognize some of this stuff, like, you can look at various parts and be like, oh yeah, that cannon. Like, I'm pretty sure that's from the Metal Slug 1 boss.
Yeah, it is.
I like the steam shooting out of the, like, twisted, pipes there. In a way that doesn't make any sense. It's conceptually interesting, and then, yeah, here's the giant cannon from Mission 4's boss.
This is like that time I made an ironic, like, Sonic Sprite edit, which was like Tails' body sandwiched between a bunch of Badnik sprites. I'm like, this is my new Sonic OC. I named him Help Me.
Oh yeah, those parachuting missiles are also from Metal Slug 3. Yeah, this is the... Yeah, filler game's pretty much the best way to describe this. Oh!
Like, yeah, the other games, even Metal Slug 7, like, have more reason to play and go back to than this one.
It's funny, because they have, like, all of the different, like, you know, all the cool stuff from the other games, they have them all here. It's just not as good. Also, we have, Snow Soldiers, and, a really badass, musical track.
I kind of like the Snow Soldier palette.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, for just because this game couldn't get any jankier, when they released the official soundtrack for this game, it was like a big, like, 7 CD set, including, like, the soundtrack from 3D. And, the CD for Metal Slug 4, most of the music tracks had the wrong title, because they got, like, the order way out of, line. So,
Metal Slug 4.
Like, I think this track's called, like, Snowy Road, but it was just playing, like, the boss music or something when you got to that track.
Snowy Road, or also the Assault theme. She looks like a Pop Team Epic character in her fat form.
She does?
I wouldn't be surprised if Pop Team Epic did have like a Metal Slug tribute to it, because they did one for Death Crimson.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, here's the Fat Iron Lizard. Oh. Didn't think you'd actually see it.
Yep, it becomes the walking bomb. Oh, this thing like covers the entire floor when you're fat.
Oh, I used that sprite in Psychopath Kyo. I forgot about that. Here, have a blast.
I know that 3-Hop made like a Children of the Atom Sentinel, but you can also do the Metal Slug attack with it and then play as Theo for the rest of the match. Right down to dying in one hit.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, that 3-Hop's a brilliant, brilliant person. I'm disappointed that they're just using it as a grenade and not lighting the floor on fire.
Yeah. Also, we missed it in, I think it was in 3. I know it's an X, where instead of having grenades, you can have your grenade replaced with, stone, which is just you throw a rock, and that's it.
Yeah, it's really rare.
It's just a big rock.
It's just a rare gag power-up.
Oh, speaking of gags, this is a thing they added.
An iframe. The alarm reaction just giving him iframes.
Okay.
Thanks.
Metal Slug 1.
Oh, yeah.
We're just testing our Metal Slug knowledge at this point.
Yeah, this is like a big trivia thing. It's like, how much of the other games do you remember? Because, although a lot of it comes from 1, which is like... a reason I didn't notice a lot of it for a while is because, I didn't really play 1. It's kind of, the more boring game.
Okay, now they're showing the on-the-floor animation.
Oh yeah, there's the Jupiter King's, missiles, but on the side now, for whatever reason.
God, this really is like MK Pavilion sprite edits.
I like the tank treads are constantly spinning, but they weren't moving, so that's nice. It's just a stupid chainsaw.
Also, the rainbow laser blast from 1 and 2.
Oh, it's even got the ones that drop items. Actually, don't know if we really showed that off for Jupiter King, but yeah, some of those missiles actually dropped items.
They showed it off, it's really hard to see through all the shit going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this boss is just relatively easy.
Yeah. Stupid buzzsaw is just like, don't get near me. This thing is also used to chop down trees.
Morden played Samurai Showdown 3 and found his favorite medium ever. The Bastard medium.
Oh god, they just give you a whole bunch of those. Just have some fucking missiles. There's like 5 of them in one volley, what the hell?
They're trying to add challenge to this somehow. Yeah, I think the hardest part is just the helicopter, because these are just attacks that you've already dodged a million times.
He had little tiny arms!
Oh no, he has King of Fighters 12 sprites. I was half expecting that ladder to be a net for some reason. Just all of a sudden the Mars people capture him again.
Mission 4, start.
Oh hey, it's the Hot Haunted Ho House. That sign just says Hot Haunted Ho House, and I don't know why.
I probably am better off not asking. Also, we just threw in a bunch of coins in that light thingy. Why not?
So yeah, if you remember the mutants from the second game, they made a
Robot.
metal slug out of it?
Robot mutants.
This is maybe the weirdest edition, I'd say. Like, they reused that as a slug. This stage is one of the more interesting ones, though. It's like a haunted house, but where, like, actual horrible things went down, like zombies and mummies and shit.
Witness war crimes for the low admission of $10.
I'm actually curious which path we'll see, because the,
I'm gonna assume zombies. Almost everyone goes for the zombie route.
yeah. I think the best way to deal with the helicopter is to shoot it! Thanks!
Shoot the helicopter until it dies.
Oh my god, this player.
I like the attempt at matrixing those cannonballs.
Nice shot, helicopter!
Oh, wait, they're on my side.
It's a good thing they aren't affected by my shitty bullets. There we go. So yeah, there's mummies down there, and also, like, all the Morden soldiers are edited to be hazmat guys. Again, just a weird, pointless detail. But I do like this place because, yeah, they're like fake zombies. They're just like, you know, here because it's the haunted house. But then they're just real zombies.
Like, why do they think it's, like, still a work day? Look at the scenery here. It's been hit by a few military-grade shells.
I like how they took stuff from, I think, the first game and were like, yeah, haunted house.
To add to the horror, we bombed our own haunted house.
Also, yeah, they took the soldier zombie and just made it like a regular enemy in this area. And that's, like, super cruel. Because those guys are bullet sponges, like, unless you have the flame shot.
Yeah, like, the whole point is to jump over them, which is easier said than done in this screen, because you have hazmat guys right behind you throwing grenades to anti-air you.
Yeah?
You were just trying to cause the extinction of the zombies, aren't you? Like me, I would have just immediately went for the caravan.
I like this guy has one attack, apparently.
I'm clutching my arms like that guy too right now. Breathing heavily.
That's the player after mashing the fire button that many times.
Well, I guess we shouldn't knock this guy for using turbo, because... Then again, this person brought it on themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. They kept the Nazca spirit.
We have the prisoner of war dimension again.
All that running animation. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Still trying to be kayfabe while running for their lives.
Oh, yeah. Why are there hazmat guys and then just regular guys? Like, no,
I guess Morton's like, let's weaponize the alien zombie virus or whatever.
That's what it was like. Why did they send in guys who aren't in suits? But then again, it's like, I guess it's kind of accurate to what's been going on around here. So.
Probably so we can have these soldier zombies.
Oh yeah, guess that would explain them. I thought just half the army's just like, no, I'm not wearing a mask. It violates my rights.
Oh god.
But yeah, this is definitely just a repurposed Metal Slug 1 stage. Which I guess isn't unfitting, because it kind of looks like a haunted house, but...
Welcome to the world 2021. Complete with the prisoner of war people suspended from the ceiling by their hands.
You can kind of see it in this video, but there's a couple of new animations for the soldiers when they're, like, idling. They're, like, playing a Game Boy or like yelling into a radio, but they're animated a lot more chittily. Also,
So
this is the
what
thing.
This is what happens when they make original sprites.
This is, I think,
This thing-
Big John.
This thing stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, and then, yeah, that breaks off and it's just kind of...
That were assets again.
Yeah. Although, if I remember correctly, it has an attack that drops, some of that, like, bile on you. And that actually will turn you... Yeah, this stuff. I think that will zombify you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go the zombie route, it shoots those. If you go the mummy route, it shoots the purple ones that turn you into a mummy.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I never actually did the mummy route much.
Also, it's kind of weird that, like, the mummy is like a virus thing.
Yeah...
I don't remember a lot of horror movies where there's, like, mummification caused by a virus.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, yeah.
I mean, with the pace of this game, I guess they can't just have the mummy sit down and embalm you and do all that shit.
See, mummification is kind of a process. Also, I love all the, like, they just changed the Morden symbol to just, like, an A. And I don't even remember what that... It's, like, Osmodeus or something, I think is the dude's name.
Amadeus Morton.
Yeah.
You're great.
I guess, is this a different army? Or... No, I guess it's still Morden, because he's still there, but...
Actually, his name is Donald Morton.
Yeah, no, there's the other guy who's, like, the...
Mission 5.
Like, Amadeus is, like, the guy that sprite edited from that, like, businessman guy.
Alright.
Yeah, so these guys, their bandanas are black in the censored version, which also affects their blood color. Yeah.
Oh yeah, their headscarves are tied with the blood palette.
Also, they are very definitely edited from the Arabian guys from the first level of 2.
I just like that for like how anachronistic in general it is to be fighting these kind of pirates.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these guys are also edited from the first level of Minnesota 2.
They've been turned into RPG bandits.
What the fuck is Metalish? Is that like Simlish?
I think it might have something to do with like the score, the medals. See the medals that are below the score meter?
No, I get that. I just, like, what does that word mean?
Japanese people making up words that they think is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plays whenever you get like another medal, but you can only get up to 4 anyway.
If I remember correctly, if you're playing 2-player, that tank on the left is playable by the second player in a previous mission, but like it only pops up if you have 2 players.
So, the black bandana versions, they're just going to be spitting out ink when you kill them.
Yeah. I remember that Sprite website mentioning that they are apparently filled with oil.
They're actually androids. For the dark apocalyptic future where Sea of Thieves took over the world.
I gotta say though, that animation where they like fall over backwards while just spewing blood, it's pretty graphic.
Yeah! Even more graphic when it's black because... Yikes. I guess they're the person from Death Cargo?
Them Noob Saibot.
That's kind of what I liked about Deception Noob Saibot, was like that he looked human until he bled. Like, there's a subtlety to that that's not what I normally think with Mortal Kombat.
Good, we made sure to kill every last one of them. Oh yeah, I love that weird bazooka pattern where they like jump, shoot, jump, shoot. And I think that was in previous games too. Like, they'll just keep doing that. Is there a branching path?
I think that's the path you're supposed to go down. They'll just keep respawning, but
Oh.
I guess even then there's still a limit.
Because this level does have paths, like I mentioned the monkey thing. That was actually in a path we didn't see.
Or no, maybe we blast this barricade to continue onward.
Well, we have to find out soon because we're running out of time.
This is the only time I've ever seen time running out in a Metal Slug game.
Yeah, seriously.
I see there is multiple paths.
Interesting.
So will you choose the POWs or the Great Unknown? Or run out of time? It is so unlike this person to not pick the POWs.
Oh yeah, they love their elevator sequences in these games. Oh, actually, remember 3 has one. I say that in the mummy path in that one pyramid stage.
Yeah, like where you have to just fight wave after wave of mummy and mummy dogs.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, we never saw the mummy dogs. They have like a new enemy they introduced in 3/X. Just mummy dogs.
And we never will, because I think we never see the mummies again.
Yeah, this is the last.
Like, after this, they kind of go back to the more serious sort of approach, the other half of the series identity.
Yeah. I think zombies appear in 3D, but they're, again, not as cool, because you can't transform into them.
God, imagine transforming in a 3D game.
Make the game interesting at least, Jesus Christ.
Please wait while loading the new model. We're metalish again. We're here to make Metal Slug metal. We will make everything metal. Metaler than the metalist metal times infinity.
Just imagine the Killer Instinct announcer trying to say that and sounding cool.
Metalish combo. Metalish breaker. She has a melee attack where she's like, check out my tits, and they shrug and die.
I was gonna say that was a pretty cool animation. I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely from an older Metal Slug game.
Yeah.
That's a reused anime, so.
I'm just gonna use this blind spot to assist me in my quest to commit absolute genocide.
Naughty just hates all human beings.
I will destroy and hate mankind. This whole video game series is just like his vehicle to express his utter hatred towards humanity. Metal Slug is how I avoided becoming an actual serial killer. Serial killer, like actually taking this approach. And then I camped by the exit of the building to make sure each and every person in that office is dead.
Are video games making people violent? Kids are encouraged to kill every single last person. No, they're not.
I'm pretty sure after seeing this video, you will never want to see another murder again. Murder has never been so tedious. Like, this is showing the game's off in a bad manner because, like, the fun is just breezing through it and shooting everything along the way.
Yeah. Kind of barely making it by the skin of your teeth, and here it's just like, oh yeah, we just kill everything.
Everyone must die.
Thank you. Rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, these are pits. Like you'll
I
actually,
remember this moon being really annoying because of that.
yeah, and it's like the perspective is like really damn weird on it too,
Yeah.
because you're aiming for the center of these boxes, even though they're at a slant.
Her muzzle flashes are really annoying me. She's like a DOS Mugen character.
Like, they were smart enough in the older games to use a color that, like, was consistent every time. But here they're just like, nah. It's orange. Because that's the color we had.
It's with her hair palette.
I think the same thing is with Trevor's, too. Like, his are, like, white. And then here's a random Zeppelin that fires off missiles at you? I don't know. Why is that on fire and it's fired? I don't even know.
If I'm dying, I'm taking you with me.
So this thing is like crazy Franken-Sprite Central. It's like several bosses like glued together.
With a nice little evil face on it.
Yeah. And
I
then
mean, it's nice for that Zeppelin to not help this thing. Okay, it is now. Also, remember the missiles from the water? Have that on steroids.
Yeah.
More Jupiter King missiles.
Oh god, yeah. They look so weird coming out of that cannon.
Hey, we saved Private Sad Claps.
Oh jeez. Dreams don't die.
Mission complete.
He throws all those glasses and each one has a hitbox.
Zeppelin just gave up on us.
They're too concerned with putting out that fire.
I forgot this mission starts in this. Although I'll say, this is maybe one of my favorite songs in the entire series. This song rules.
Oh yeah, that one.
Which, yeah, the track names in this one are a lot more boring, unfortunately. This one's, I think, just called Secret Place.
Well, at least it's not the nude place.
She, like, stabbed them with her taser.
Yes. My taser has a bayonet, so it can melee and melee. This sounds so Sonic CD-ish.
Yeah. I will say, yeah, it doesn't really fit. It's a good track, but it's like, this whole MP3 style is just way too different.
It just makes me expect, like, a Japanese guy to suddenly start rapping in English like Sonic CD.
Okay.
I'm trying to think they ever did, like, vocal tracks in Metal Slug. I don't think they did.
No, I mean, they did in Samurai Showdown.
Oh, dear.
Well, Tenka, namely. And I guess the radio sampling in Neowave kind of counts. I want you all to stand by your radio and kill every single enemy.
Oh yeah, now there's soldiers in, like, dark blue. Just for some reason.
Make the game look new without actually doing anything new.
Oh hey, remember these things?
Welcome back. Not stealth section cameras.
The guy with the gun! Look at him! God, that animation. They tried, but it really is just like this weird, like, fan edit thing.
There should be a fighting game character that has like a tower shield but also a pistol. I was gonna say, are you that confident in the machine gun considering all the shielded enemies? Because the flame shot would pierce through it.
Yeah, but the taser's even better.
More points, I guess. Or are they just like meleeing?
I guess it does take it out in one hit, to be fair. Oh, here's a scientist guy. That's right. I mean, we're not going to see him transform because we haven't before, but... Oh, yeah. So, the scientist guy also has a melee attack that... it showed up on that missing sprites thing, and they noted it's not actually unused, it's just really hard to do. But, if they try to melee you, they pull it like a syringe, and then if they miss, they inject themselves by accident, and turn into a monkey that you can collect. It's like some bizarrely specific behavior that I'm only half certain is actually coded into the game.
How would you even, like, commit yourself that hard to a swing where that kind of mishap would happen?
He just, like, swings downwards and hits his own knee. Then again, knowing this player, maybe they'll actually show it off. I don't know.
Also, I like his death animation. He doesn't even look like he died.
I want to point out, those guys are edited from, like, the scientist, like, random civilian from Metal Slug 3, like the guys that get hit by the zombies.
Yeah.
Like, they just turned that into an enemy, and that's really weird.
I guess that's why, like, the death animation is so weird, because they never had one before.
Yeah.
They just... Basically, that's just them turning into a zombie, but without turning into a zombie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they just look like they got hit, not actually dead.
They don't look like they've been shot. Iron machine gun. Nice.
Yeah, it's so weird seeing that without them getting back up.
Okay.
They also use them so infrequently that you would pretty much never see the transformation casually anyway. It's pretty easy just to avoid them in general. Or just kill them first.
Great, the player found a choke point. I hope this player didn't play Metal Slug 3D.
Oh, I'm gonna find the shortest one I can of that.
For both of our sanity. I'm beginning to see how it took this person 4 hours to do Resident Evil 3. Shit, I'm out of ammo. Time to pull out the knife. Knife them all. Actually, he probably doesn't even run out of ammo. He just knifes them all. Because this person certainly loves melee.
Why is that? What the fuck? I'm gonna take this one real slow. Ah!
I don't want to risk getting friction burned. No tying their arms, no gagging them. This has to be like an inside job.
Okay. Thank you. Heavy machine gun.
So imagine it's just Morden's army and the POWs, they both just suck.
That or they're just hired to pretend to be prisoners of war.
I just imagine Morden's army is like, you're tied up, and they're like, oh no, I'm helpless. Damn.
Your motivation is, you need help. Seriously.
Alright, and then here are some Morden robots that, like, run at you and try to, like, Blanca shock you.
Oh no, it's Mr. X.
Yeah, pretty much.
And here's the monkey formula. It's a slimmed down version of the mummy formula.
Oh, yeah.
Just the notion of, like, the Morden army coming up with, like, a monkey transformation weapon.
This looks like it takes so much more work to avoid dying in this scenario instead of just shooting them.
The player's that good.
You have all the skill, and this is how you choose to use it.
I want to imagine this person doing like their day-to-day things. I'm gonna vacuum the same exact spot 20 times to make sure every speck of dirt is not on my carpet. When I brush my teeth, I circle the same area until my gums bleed. No bacteria gets to survive. And all the while, I'm jumping over gunfire that my roommate is doing. I love how this has become a retsuplay of a guy that's just too skilled. He's just too metalish for us.
Like how we stopped to wait for that to pop up, and it's like, alright, now we'll let that sink in. Now we can continue.
I'm metalish again, let's roll. This person taking a kid to school. Son, are you sure you're metalish? You can't leave the door until you're absolutely metalish.
I guess most of these assets are from 2.
Yeah, they are. That's the kamikaze part. The mutants.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I want to know where that parachute came from, because I'm pretty sure this has a ceiling.
Yeah, what the hell? So, yeah, they Mr. A through Z.
Heavy machine gun.
Hello again, CEO President and Mr. Biggs. Quick, kill him.
I love that animation, though. Oh, I made a stage out of this in Mugen. I forgot about that.
Now we just have a straight up Alan.
Yeah, he's just Alan. I think it's the exact same, like, level layout as, at least in 2.
Yep.
And then, oh no, he's a robot!
All it really is just doubling Alan's life points.
Pretty much. Although he doesn't talk anymore, which is a huge shame.
I would love to hear like a Flander, come on boy, come home to mommy.
See you in hell.
Heavy machine gun.
I think in the Game Boy Advance game, like his son is a recurring antagonist.
Yeah, Alan Jr.
Yeah, that background character from 2, they were just like, yep, he's the main villain.
Yeah, this is like Amadeus, and I guess they were implying that the Mordens we saw earlier were robots? So, like, this was never actually the Morden army?
I guess some investor in the Morton army?
I don't know. I don't know if it's explained all that well, and I don't really care.
Frame rate. Also, not the boss that you should be fighting when you're having epilepsy, because oh my god, that cannon.
Yeah, wow.
It is actually kind of giving me a migraine, Jesus.
Yeah, so this boss is just, like, reused asset central. I guess the machine itself isn't, like, reused a lot, but yeah, like, these machine guns. It had,
I
like,
mean, that's kind of why the base machine doesn't look very good.
yeah.
It's like they tried to get the look down, but it just looks like pixelated garbage.
I like it's got these hands that don't really do anything.
I'm just glad the seizure phase is over.
Also, this final boss music.
The Triborg fatality down there.
That is an interesting detail where it, like, kind of cuts the floor, and now it'll stay like that for the rest of the fight.
some Nazca spirit remains. Also, just noticed the guy turns into like a radioactive mutant when he hit flashes.
Oh wow, yeah, that's different from the first form. So that's weird. I just totally forgot about this.
I love how stoic he is between these phases.
Oh man, now he's turning into a shit monster. Oh yeah, that attack. I have no idea how you're supposed to dodge that, or how you're supposed to... I think you're supposed to stay in the center, but... I don't know, it's a weird looking attack.
How do you dodge this?
I think there was a Cuphead boss that uses this attack.
I have to admit, I do kind of like this form.
Yeah, it's interesting.
The other two forms are... I mean, I do like the cutting a line into the floor bit, but this one is kind of more interesting patterns.
These little droids are,
R2-D2, no!
those are just kind of whatever. But, yeah, so got some, shmup patterns here. Oh, hey.
Oh god, Metal Slug 2.
Yeah.
With some R2-D2s thrown in. And, of course, the cameras with laser guns. Also, he has the taboo screen filler.
Yeah, I don't know what the tell for, like, where you're supposed to be for that, other than just, like, not on the ground.
Hop in the center, I believe.
Yeah, but, I don't know, it's just not very clear what's going on there. Oh god.
Those R2-D2s must be really glad that hole in the floor exists.
I don't even know what they do, they just kind of pop up and then die. I don't think I've ever seen them attack.
Apparently, he stole the health values from High Mars. Or Root Mars. High, as in his health points are that high. Also, I like how this thing, like, has a head, but it also has him on top at the head.
Yeah.
So it's like a head with a different head below it.
Okay, bye.
Not so
Alright.
stoic anymore.
And then this happens. Like, that's not the end of the game. They have an escape sequence.
Magnetic shockwave.
Alright, yeah, and I think if you die here... I think, you don't actually just straight up die, you just get a bad ending.
Oh yeah, you wake up in a hospital.
Yeah. Oh my... okay.
I thought they were deliberately going for the hospital ending for a moment. Okay, I thought Morden was going to jump out of that for a moment.
I didn't even really realize that's actually Morden's helicopter just recolored to be,
Yeah. That's why it threw me off, even though I've beaten this game before.
You're great.
Oh my god, this game.
That would have been such a good twist. Morden just fucking ambushes you at the end.
Well, we rescued Maria, so that's alright.
Mission all over.
We did a better job of that than Shadow did. Trevor, it's your chance to be happy.
You better do something about that cough, Nadia. Yeah, so this is your ending. Mobig.
Basically, it's an asterisk ending.
That Ares sprite looks awful.
Ares now a Cyclops, apparently. I thought for a moment that staff was supposed to fit on the monitor.
Hyper Organizer.
Hyper Organizer.
Let's say is that one of what's his face's Cable's moves.
Also, notice how many different names are in these credits that we've never seen before, because, yeah, we couldn't get Nazca back.
Yeah, this is a weird background image. It's just like This is like
We
his labs, I guess, that we just destroyed.
with all the Photoshop filters.
Yeah.
Also, like, no aliases this time.
Yeah. I don't know if we just like got past that at this point, because I think that stopped happening at some point, but
Yeah. I do kind of miss the era of aliases, though. I guess it still
Yeah.
lives on through our Mugen work.
it's true.
Like, let me tell you, my real name's not ARPA. I'm pretty sure if that was my actual name in real life, people would assume I'm some sort of android. And people would think you're a doctor.
Do get called Doc a lot now. This is something I never anticipated.
Do you live in the Looney Tunes universe? All the new Metal Slug staff.
I say thanks to the Metal Slug people for making Metal Slug.
Is that the Captain America like symbol above these monitors?
Yeah, that's you're fighting Captain America.
His favorite army, the weird United Nations hodgepodge.
I forgot about this. That looks very clearly edited because it doesn't match the palette style of the rest of the image, so good job.
Just a sprite they threw in at the last second.
Oh man.
That was a game.
That was a game.